I need to do a cut in, I'll tell him I'm
There
on
you go.
this one.
All right. Alrighty, we've started streaming. No eyeballs yet, though.
Sweet.
There's 9 eyeballs. And, yep, just checking the microphone meter here, make sure it's working. Alright, we will start here in just a sec. They're getting power flashes in Louisville. Cool. Alrighty. We are into the hundreds now, so we will get going. So good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time it happens to be wherever you are across the planet. I'm going to suspect most of you are here in Kentucky, so it's 12:07, so good morning. Well, 12:05 on that clock. My watch is probably off. So obviously, severe weather situation tonight. The tornado watch has been extended now into the I-75 corridor. It does include Lexington, and so we're watching a squall line that is now crossing I-65. We've got one active tornado warning that is in the western part of Washington County, the western part there of Marion County. It also extends up through most of Nelson County. So again, you see the squall line there. That's on the max track. The area that I'm most concerned about at this point is right in here. The reason being is that you see how you've got that cell merger going on. You've got the little bit of an appendage here coming off like this from the main line going like that. So that's where you're going to see some shear, and that's the best possibility with this point of this storm still being tornadic. There was one piece or one shred of good news here a second ago. This storm up here, which does have severe for it going into Spencer County and Shelby County, as well as Nelson County, that had been tornado warned for earlier. So now they've gone to a severe thunderstorm warning with that. We still have one active tornado warning. Again, that's Washington County until 12:30, Marion until 12:30, Nelson County until 12:30. Again, the area that we're kind of watching there, Loretto, Nearinx, the squall line itself is passing Blue Gap and New Haven, past Balltown, or coming up in on Balltown right now. But again, it's that area coming in toward Loretto where I would be most concerned. We can put the we don't have our velocity running off the max track, but that's showing still actually a decent straight line look there on the storm relative. Same even on the just the straight velocity. So again, you're not seeing things trying to intermingle here. There might be a little something, again, that's right where we were showing you, just to the west of Loretto. So that's an area of concern. Again, that still is a tornado warning regardless. And in Nelson, Western Washington, Western Marion, you need to be in your safe spots. You do have an active tornado warning. So until that passes, you stay in your safe spot with those tornado warnings that you see in place. Nelson, Western Marion, Western Washington counties.
New tornado warning is clipping Franklin County.
Okay.
Shelby.
Okay, so the storm we had just talked about a second ago. Yeah, that's a poor drawing, but it's it may be time to go over to the TV side. So yeah, we have a new tornado warning, and it's that's again just not a good drawing. So it's that little tiny corner of Franklin County, Greffenberg. It's still to the west of Frankfort. You're seeing some of the communities here. It's Waddy, Peytona is at the edge of that particular warning. Dude, I'm thinking right now whether or not we go wall to wall for that little tiny corner of Franklin. Definitely do a cut in. So does Logan's where you got which mic?
Yep.
All right. London has no advisories right now. You need to be aware, though, in the 3 and 4 o'clock time frame. Boyle County, you have a tornado watch in place, but you, again, are on the path for a couple of these. So again, we're watching that line as it's approaching. Again, the timetable, so here we're at a little after 12. And for the 127 corridor, really, it's going to be 12:45, 1 o'clock. For the I-75 corridor, Lexington, more probably closer to 1:30, 2 o'clock. When I would expect them to be getting into the Lexington area. Same with Richmond on that time frame. Sirens are going off in Frankfort now, Jenny, because the tornado warning has been issued for a small corner of Franklin County. Scott County, you're still an hour and a half away from this getting in here. Emily's getting ready to do a cut-in over on the TV side. We'll keep it here on the Facebook. So the warning, they're issuing it for where you're seeing there in the red. Oh, that's okay. You've got this little. That's even out of the warning. That little bit of rotation there because it's not showing up particularly well. Our shear product here is showing that to the west of Taylorsville.
Emily, ready?
So that's the warning that we are looking at here on their radar. So it's that. I'll tell you what they're looking at. It's that right in there is what they are looking at by High Grove. So that's well out there, Bullitt County. All right, Emily's getting ready to do her cut in.
Good evening again, everyone. Meteorologist Emily McCreary here. We are dealing with the progression of the cold front. This cold front that has been traveling through from western Kentucky, now moving into central
1 second.
Kentucky. We were talking about the tornado watch that's
Corbin, you've got a couple of hours before it's even thinking about getting to you. So we'll keep an eye on it, but you're going to be in probably after 3 o'clock. Moorhead, you are still several hours away. For sales, you are under the tornado watch. Washington County has the warning, western part of the county, until 12:30 for the western part of the county. Sirens are going off in Springfield because the western part of the county is being impacted by this. Woodford is also in the tornado watch. You are an hour or so away, or maybe a little bit less. Again, the sirens in Frankfort because the tornado warning has been issued for a little tiny piece of Franklin County. Truthfully, the Weather Service, they probably would have been better off drawing the line like that, but they didn't. It also clips a little part of Henry County. So again, there are counties that are getting warned for that. It's just a little chunk of the county when it could have been easily, the polygon could have just been drawn a little more succinctly. But with that said, it's a potentially tornadic storm, part of the squall line that's coming through, and that's why the tornado warnings have been issued. Now, certainly for Spencer County and Shelby County, very valid on that warning right now. Berea, you're still a couple hours away. Paris, Cynthiana is still a couple hours away. Irvin, couple and a half, 3 hours away. Okay, I'm not sure what this. Well, the sirens were issued in Franklin County because that warning extended into that little corner. Probably will weaken before it does get to London, but that's going to be later into the night. Lexington, we're figuring about 1:30, 2 o'clock. The tornado. I did not say tornado warning for Frankfort. Tornado warning for Franklin County, and it's a little tiny piece of Franklin County. So again, Greffenberg there, to not even to Bryant, Benson, Bridgeport is about where that warning is. But again, you see just how little of Franklin County got included in that. They didn't take the county line and do the polygon basically, and just did a quick and dirty. It'll probably be a weaker state by the time it gets to London, but that's still a long way off. Again, Washington County, western part, you have a tornado warning that may be extended here, although that cell looks to have weakened a little bit. A lot of straight line winds, certainly. North of Loretto there's at least a hint of some shear right in that area to the northwest of Springfield. Again, Berea, you're a couple hours out. Danville, you are less than that. You need to be getting ready because Harrodsburg, Boyle County, Mercer County, We are getting close. Casey County, same idea. Storms are about a county away. We'll take you back to the Max Track Live. So that's where storms are right now, and it's... Were you able... Was I distracting on that, by the way?
No,
okay.
You're good.
All right. At least don't know how bad it will get. You know, we have a tornado watch in place, and this will have a lot of wind coming through regardless. And so you just need to be aware of what's going on. You need to have an information source like the Storm Tracker weather app that can wake you up if you are headed to bed here. Pulaski County, you're still a couple hours out. The winds have been bad all day in Richmond and everywhere else. I'm not sure it's going to weaken that much. I think we still have a severe squall line that'll come through Lexington. Whether or not it's tornado warned, that I don't know. But do we have the potential for some very strong winds? Absolutely. Owingsville, you're after 3 o'clock. Lawrenceburg, be ready, because the next set of warnings will come out for Anderson County. Basically, the next set of warnings is going to be for the 127 corridor. So basically, that would be Danville, Harrodsburg, Lawrenceburg, and Frankfort eventually. But again, the storms are still sitting. I mean, you can see where the squall line is. If we're doing mileage on this, and these are moving at about 45 miles an hour. But the leading edge of that, say from Harrodsburg, still about 30 miles. So you are still a solid half hour, 45 minutes from that storm coming in. Same thing when you're looking toward Frankfort for the cell that's being warned for, still about 30 miles away. If you're in Shelby County, if you're in Spencer County, if you are in Nelson County, you need to be in shelters right now. Truthfully, the average warning time for a tornado warning is about 15 minutes. You know, it doesn't always seem like it. There's the new severe thunderstorm warning, so Emily's off to do that. So here's the severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to have tornado possible with it. They had a 73 mile per hour gust in over toward the Louisville metro straight line over in Mount Washington. So the new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Scott until 1, Franklin until 1, Woodford until 1, Anderson until 1, Mercer until 1, Washington until 1, Marion, what's left of Nelson until 1, Spencer County till 1, Shelby, which is not in the tornado warning, until 1. So that is the new severe thunderstorm warning. Nicholasville, you are going to be in the next series of warnings, but that's going to be another half hour out. Georgetown, you are not included in the warning yet. They're getting ready to do another cut in here, so it's back to whisper mode. Flemingsburg, you are still a long way away from this. Right now, it's just the watch for Jessamine, correct, Angel? The wind has been very strong. Quick check off the Mesonet. Quick check off the Mesonet. Current wind gusts are in the 35 to 40 mile per hour range. So again, there's your new set of warnings that are out. That tornado warning for Franklin, again, we've emphasized that. Right now, it's just a small corner of Franklin County. It's one of those things that probably shouldn't have been issued that way, but it has been. That's why we're not doing continuous wall-to-wall on this yet. When it is a full-blown tornado warning, then we will be wall-to-wall on the air. As it is now, we're giving you the alerts here. Okay, let's try doing this. So you see let's pull the warnings off here. I'll pull the skits off. Okay, so you see where that line is, and so that's your line of severe storms. The movement on this, let me just double check before.
Tornado warning is still in effect, and so we also have this
all right, they're moving it closer to 50 to 60 miles an hour. So let's do this. It's moving at 60. That puts No, it puts it in Lexington in less than an hour. I'm still thinking this is not quite that fast. So let's say, let's do this. 127 corridor. So the 127 corridor here, that's going to be in the next half hour where this line will be getting to you. Half hour, 40 minutes. The I-75 corridor, Georgetown, Lexington, Richmond, Berea, that's going to be let's go between 1 and 1:30 now for that. You get out to the east of that, that's going to be Winchester, Paris. You get out toward Carlisle, down as far south as McKee. Again, we're just going off this bow echo right here. That would be in the 2:30 time frame. And just keep moving it on there. So it would be Flemingsburg, Owingsville, Frenchburg, Campton, Beattyville, as you push in 2:30, 3 o'clock. Monticello, you still are a ways out. Let's take a look at the rest of the line, and we can get a better view of that. Clear all that off. Let me put the warnings back on here. So, just to give you a better look at the back edge of this. So again, it's this bow echo right here. What's going on is this part of the line is accelerating out because there's a jet stream roaring into it in a loft, and so this is taking some of that energy, bringing it down to the surface, straight line winds. In addition to that, you also have a lot of shear available. That's why the tornado warnings have been issued. But you notice how this part of the line hangs back. And so you are further away from Somerset, from Monticello, from Corbin, from London. That's why it's going to take longer into the night for it to get there. So again, that's going to be more in the getting 3, 4 o'clock. Right now, Frankfort is just under the tornado watch. Frankfort itself, not Franklin County. Frankfort itself is just tornado watch and is in the severe thunderstorm warning, but the tornado is possible. Yeah, tornado. That's the tornado warning. All right. All right, let me clear this stuff off here so you can get the view of what's going on. So let's reset. Again, Somerset, you're a long way off. Kristen, I've said it several times. Franklin County, there's a small piece of Franklin County that has the tornado warning. It does not include Frankfort. It is still well to the west of Frankfort. Put the max track back on here. So again, Franklin County, the reason the siren's been going off is a little corner of Franklin County, west of Frankfort, is all that's included in the tornado warning for right now. You do have a severe thunderstorm warning until 1 o'clock. The tornado warning for that little corner of Franklin County, which again, you come in, there's, you've got some roads going through the hills, and that's it with the warning. That's why we're not doing it live, wall to wall. Greffenberg would be the closest community to this warning. You are still close to that. So the storm is now in Finchville, to the southwest of Shelbyville, in Spencer County there at Taylorsville. Okay, so the idea from the folks at the Weather Service is until they get another stronger indication, we're going to go with the severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado possible nomenclature on it. You have in Anderson County, you have a severe thunderstorm warning until 1. Washington County, severe thunderstorm warning till 1. Same for Mercer, Woodford, Scott, western Scott County, that's going to be still west of Georgetown, and the southern half of Franklin County, that's severe thunderstorm warning until 1. When we are looking at Moreland, Boyle County being shelter, you should not be in shelter at this moment, no. But what you should be is ready to go with a short notice. The tornado warning still is to the west of Springfield. It is to the west of Lebanon, and that's in effect until 12:30. So that's got another 7 minutes to go. The storms have outrun the warning. If they're tornadic at this point, they've outrun that warning. As we're showing it approaching Springfield, it's where you get these little nubs, these appendages that stick out. There. In this kind of system, it's called a QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. The storms essentially are acting together in the fact that you've got this squall line going on, but there are points where shear can get going. And this is where you get the quick spin-up tornadoes. They don't last long in general, but you treat them the same as you would any other tornado warning, which means right now the storm is approaching Shelbyville. We can get a better look. There's a little bit of rotation showing up there by Finchville. Our exclusive shear rate still looks pretty impressive for between Wakefield, past Bloomfield, over toward, it's getting close to Willisburg at this point. So that's one area, and we put the radar on that. So again, you've got one of those appendages right there. So that's one of the things you look at. When we say this part of the line is accelerating out, you see how this line has bowed like that. So that means you've got a jet stream coming in behind like this, and it's that energy that's being used to generate these severe thunderstorms and possible tornadoes. And that's why the tornado watch is in place. Let's go ahead and show you the watch. I know that everything keeps scrolling here. You want to know about your community. Right now, you see the warnings that are on here. And I know everybody wants to know your town. If I don't mention your town right now, that's a good thing for you. But the more west you are, if you are east of I-75, you've got over an hour to worry about this. If you are in the 127 corridor, you are now under that first stage of warnings with the severe thunderstorm warning. Let me pop the tornado watch back on here for you just real quick, so you get a look at it. So there's your tornado watch. We'll highlight that. Tornado watch is until 3 for Nicholas, Harrison, Owen, Scott, Henry, Franklin, I already did Scott, Woodford, Anderson, Fayette, Bourbon, Clark, Madison, Garrett, Jessamine, Lincoln, Casey, Russell, Adair, Taylor, Marion, Washington, I already did Mercer, I already did Anderson, Spencer, Shelby. So, did I get everybody?
I think so.
Okay. So that's your tornado watch. Obviously, it's a tornado warning in Shelby County. Severe thunderstorm warning. So these are the current active warnings. Western Scott County, that's going to be to the west of Georgetown still. Southern part of Franklin County. Now the northern part of Franklin has been issued with a severe thunderstorm warning until 1. That extends up into Henry as well as Shelby County. So that's going to be an extension of what is now the tornado warning. The severe thunderstorm warning continues until 1 for Woodford, for Anderson, for Southern Shelby, for Mercer, I already hit Woodford, and Washington counties until 1 a.m. So that, again, is your severe thunderstorm and tornado situation. Let me pull the watch back off because it starts to get confusing. All right. And let's bring you guys back up here again. Okay. Crestwood and Oldham County. Storms are basically over you right now. I've not heard from my Crestwood bureau chief, which I do have one of those. But again, the storms are over you right now. It will be heading toward Corbin, London, but not for a couple of more hours. New severe thunderstorm warning is now kicked in for Adair County until 12:15 Central Time. That also clips the southern part of Taylor until 1:15 Eastern Time. Springfield has a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning was west of Springfield. At this point in Madison County, you shouldn't wake your parents up yet. They're still a little ways out from anything impacting them in Madison County. But it's one of those things, hopefully they have an information source besides you that can wake them up on a moment's notice. Bardstown gusted to 63 with the line. And so the Washington, Marion County tornado warning is going to expire, and that's continuing out with that severe thunderstorm warning. So where you've got the apex of this bow right in there, so that's coming into Anderson County now. That's where winds are likely going to be maximized. That's what came through Bardstown with a 63-mile-an-hour wind. Lincoln County, you're under a tornado watch. Still a little ways from any of the storms impacting you. In Frankfort, you need to be ready to go to your shelter, but you don't need to be there yet. You have a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado is possible. Also use your judgment. And for lack of a better way to put it, if it doesn't feel right, you're hearing something you don't normally hear from a storm. If you want to be in the shelter, you're fine to go there. Absolutely. Better safe than sorry. Meteorologically, do you need to go to there yet? Probably not, but be ready and be a couple of steps away. The storms from Frankfort, you're about 20 miles away, 15 to 20. So that's, if they're moving, you're 15 to 20 minutes out from this. Again, with just the severe thunderstorm warning, if you're in a permanent house, if you want to be in your shelter, fine. If you're in a mobile home, you may want to think about it. The tornado warnings just got pulled. So we are now in a severe thunderstorm situation. Frankfort, again, you have a severe thunderstorm warning. Your severe thunderstorm warnings are the 127 corridor and actually a little bit to the east now. So again, we'll just do the big establishing shot here. Let me pull the severe thunderstorm watch off while I'm at it. Okay. So the area where I am concerned right now for just, if nothing else, strong winds. And keep in mind, with the tornado watch, with this kind of setup, with this kind of linear system, you get the quick spin-up tornadoes. They do damage just the same. They need to be treated just as seriously as any other tornado warning. Let me get the max track on here so we get the live look. Okay, so there's your live look. As the system's coming in, that straight line wind potential is strongest right now coming into the western part there of Anderson County, Anderson City, Ashbrook, Hickory Grove. Again, looking at potential for some strong straight line winds. Again, where you're seeing it bowing out there. That's what we would be looking at. In terms of shear, by the way, these are also vivid lightning producers, although that has come down. It's come down considerably in the last half hour, but that storm in Shelby County is still a pretty good lightning producer. In terms of shear available, where we would be looking at the notch in the line. Okay, so that area in Shelby County, just to the east there of Shelbyville. So it's getting into the eastern part there of Shelby County. That's an area that I would be really looking at with potential for of any quick spin-up potential out of that. Right now, it is a severe thunderstorm warning that also includes Franklin County until 1 o'clock. So again, Franklin County north, all through Franklin County till 1 o'clock. Western Scott, 1 o'clock. Woodford, 1 o'clock. Anderson, 1 o'clock. You've got the storm now into the western part of Anderson County. Did you cut in for all the big warning that came out?
Yeah.
Okay, I've lost track.
I know. Yeah.
All right, Pulaski, again, you are a couple of counties out, so you've got over an hour before things are in London. Make it a couple to 2.5 hours. So yeah, we're watching this coming in. Again, the straight line wind potential in Anderson County seems to be the greatest. The chances for any shear, I think right now, is in Shelby County. We can pop, though, get some of the other radar products on here. Yeah, this product has also come down considerably in the last 15-20 minutes. This is our shear rate that we have within the MaxTrack system. but that area is, well, it's showing at least a little something. This is interesting. Okay, so what we're talking about, again, how you're talking about impinging in on the line, or the strongest straight line winds. What you see there, see how that bright is kind of arcing up that way? That's all going one direction, but you're showing different velocities. So you got speed shear going on. That's right around I-64. So that's going to be not far from the Waddy-Peytona exit. So that's an area to watch there in Shelby County. Talking about the wind in Anderson County. You see it right in here? How it turns to that bright shade right in there? That's where you're getting that jet impinging on the backside where that bow echo was. So again, you're seeing some of the meteorology here in play. There's the bow right there. There's the shear right there. So what could also be happening with this, and probably likely is happening, is you've got the jet impinging there. It's creating the shear right in like that. And so that's what you're seeing. And for folks in southern Franklin County, be aware, this storm is very, very close to you at this point. It's right at near the intersection there of Anderson County. It's not too far from Greffenberg, is where you're looking at that, essentially. Straight line winds coming through Washington County. That's going to be getting into Mercer County here shortly. But you folks in Anderson County, this storm is very close to you at this point. Indiana's had the high winds. In Paris, you're still a long way off from the storms. Danville, you're going to be the next series of warnings, likely in the next series of warnings, although you're on the trailing part of this line. See how it's kind of fading off here? Now this could very easily re-energize, but you're in that next series more than likely. Storms are again approaching 127 in Anderson County. They are almost to the Franklin County line there. Okay. The Weather Service continues to say they're just going with TOR possible. So it's, when we say TOR possible, severe thunder, it's a severe thunderstorm warning, but the wording, or there's a tag that they put on it that says tornado possible. So that's kind of a nice thing that they did to try and limit the number of false alarm tornado warnings. The storm gets warned for. We tell you that a tornado is possible. You can take whatever actions you deem appropriate, but we're saying right now that straight line wind is the bigger threat, although we continue to watch that cell there. Let me put the max track back on here. So we continue to watch that area right there at the Anderson, Shelby, Franklin County nexus, right there along I-64. Is one of the areas that we're watching pretty carefully at this point. We are watching the strong straight line winds coming into Anderson County. They're in Anderson County, coming in on approaching folks there in Lawrenceburg. So there's your highway. So there's 127. Anderson City, Hickory Grove, Ashbrook. Obviously, the worst of the storm is over you right now. So there's the bypass down into Mercer County. So Anderson City, the storm is right on top of you. You are getting there. Hickory Grove, same thing. You are getting the worst of this now. Ashbrook, same. There's Peytona, so again, right where we're seeing some of that shear is right there at I-64. When we put the shear markers, let me get the skits back on here. Again, the amount of lightning has really come down, so that's a sign that there may be a little bit of weakening going on. So again, your severe thunderstorm warnings. Shelbyville, the storms have passed you. They're now in eastern Shelby County until 1 o'clock. Franklin County till 1 o'clock. Same with all of Franklin. Scott County till 1. Woodford 1. Anderson 1 with the storm in, it's approaching the 127 corridor there in Anderson County. Mercer County until 1. Washington County, in fact, you just pulled some of that back. So now it's just eastern Washington County until 1 a.m. So that tightens up the warnings that we have. Can't forget down here to the south, Taylor County, you have that warning until when we get a better look at it there. The storm themselves are still, they're about a county and a half away from Adair, so you've got a little time there. You can see the storm. Look at the lightning with the storms as you get into Tennessee. So they may be also robbing some of that instability, some of the energy from coming north. That said, we still have a very energetic and a shear-laden system coming in now. Owenton, well, it may be really windy, but the storms are still a little away from you there in Owenton. But again, here's one of the things you look for. So here's a little radar meteorology 101 again. As I take a quick look. When you see a very sharp demarcation, if it were daylight, you'd be seeing one heck of a shelf cloud. Since it's not, you're not. But where it goes from nothing to purple, that's a sign that there's going to be some really strong winds right in there. Southern Woodford County, you have a severe thunderstorm warning until 1 o'clock. Richmond, you are under a tornado watch until 3. Lexington will be in the next series of warnings, which I would suspect are coming out here in less than the next 15 minutes. Morgan County, you've got a long way to go before those storms get to you, and I would suspect they would be in a weaker state by then. Richmond, you're probably 2 sets of warnings out if they're going to warn for you. Mount Sterling, you are an hour and a half, probably. Garrett County, if this is going to get warned for out ahead of it, you would be in the next series of warnings. But you see there's that gap through Lebanon and Campbellsville. So it's this part of the line that we are watching. Again, it's kind of ragged. So again, it's Berea, again, same idea. You're under a tornado watch until 3. Frankfort, the storms are approaching you. They're creeping into the southern part there of Franklin County. You saw Millville pop in there. So Alton, you got the storm on top of you at this point. Lawrenceburg, it is just about to the bypass. At least the heavy rain. You've probably had some strong wind already come into Lawrenceburg. Just trying to stay caught up here on the chat. Holler if I missed something, by the way.
Yeah, I will. We now have a severe thunderstorm watch for all of southern and eastern Kentucky.
Okay, so new watch has been issued. Yeah, and you go ahead and cut in with that.
Yes.
Yeah, cut in with that, and also highlight the warning coming in, and just take 5 minutes.
The warning of what?
The severe thunderstorm warning, Anderson, Woodford, that whole squall line coming in. So we'll send Emily over there. We stay here. Barberville, you're a long way out, but you now have a severe thunderstorm watch. So let's show you the new severe thunderstorm watch. Oh, heck. There we go. Okay, so there's your new severe thunderstorm watch. So you see it covers basically anything that wasn't covered by the tornado watch. I'll put the tornado watch back on there too. Alrighty. So everyone is now under a watch. The severe thunderstorm watch is going to go until 7. So the tornado watch goes until 3. The severe thunderstorm watch goes until 7 in the morning. So everybody's under some form of a watch. What that means is when you go to bed tonight, and you still, you can still go to bed, just keep an information source handy. I was looking for my phone there. Have your phone handy with the Storm Tracker app. It will wake you up if you come under a warning, especially we got set up for the tornado warning. So have something that can wake you up if needed. She's going over. Emily's going over to take care of the new severe thunderstorm watch. There are no tornado warnings up right now. All good with that. That said, the potential still exists with this line. So I'm going back into whisper mode here. It's starting to sound like the Masters.
Just another quick severe weather update as we're still tracking the line that is moving from the west to the east. You got a lot of
all right. So there's going to be something to watch here. Remember how we talk about intersections? So you've got one going here. So we're going to watch this area out here, Mercer County, which does have a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to be watching this area here over the next 5 to 10 minutes to see how that begins to evolve. Lawrenceburg, you've got the heavy rain now that has crossed the bypass. It's in downtown Lawrenceburg now. And then the strong storms continue toward the Bluegrass Parkway. That's going to be about over Four Roses. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is for tornado possible, and the tornado watch does continue in Franklin County. So again, where you get that little bit of a notching going on, let's see how our velocities are hanging in. See, everything is ragged now. Storm relatives not showing much, everything's broad. And the shear, which again is what we have proprietary within the system here, is not showing the same returns that it was. So the storms have weakened some. Danger has not passed, but the storms have weakened some. I'm trying to pick out if there's anything that looks particularly heinous. So we're going to watch that area around Lebanon. There's not anything really showing up with that line intersection. It's all showing unidirectional, so good with that. We'll continue to monitor them. We'll see how this, again, how it evolves. So again, that squall line's approaching the Kentucky River. So it's not too, it's still, it's approaching Wild Turkey there, over on Tyrone and Woodford County. You folks in Frankfort, you've got this storm now, it's on the west side of Frankfort. It's getting basically to the capital. Haven't quite gotten into Jet yet. So right now this is damaging wind gust potential. Severe thunderstorm warnings again. Franklin till 1, Anderson till 1, Woodford till 1, Anderson till 1, Scott County also till 1. I would suspect that as this crosses the Kentucky River, the warning will get extended into Jessamine, Fayette, and Scott. Just playing a hunch here. Alrighty. So again, there are no tornado warnings at the moment. Let me pop your questions back on here again. I know everyone wants to know their town. Crab Orchard, you have a tornado watch until 3. So you are not in the clear yet, but it just hasn't gotten to you yet. Somerset, you've got a severe thunderstorm watch now until 7 a.m. So you are looking at the potential of those storms. Damaging wind gusts, as we've been saying, has been the primary severe weather threat. Lexington's a tornado watch still, so we've got the line getting ready to cross the Kentucky River. Let's see if any of the Mesonet's wind gusts, let's see peak wind gusts. Mesonet changed their site, and so I haven't gotten used to it yet. And peak wind gusts have not hit any of the Mesonet sites. We're still in the 40-mile-per-hour range. Jeffersonville, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch.
So again, as we expand out a little bit, you can see the shaded yellow counties. That is your watch area.
I bet you're right.
Tornado watch that is still in effect for central Kentucky and the orange polygon lines that you see. Those are the severe thunderstorm warnings. The line is continuing to press over the east. Line is moving between 50 and 60 miles per hour. So the next batch of severe thunderstorm warnings that come out will likely be around the Lexington, Fayette County area. So again, continue to remain on guard. If you head to bed, be sure to have ways to wake yourself up. Should there be warnings issued in our area, which it looks like we'll continue to kind of deal with this at least for the next few hours leading into the early hours of Monday. We'll return to programming now. We'll break back in with the next set of severe thunderstorms.
All set.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, ask Logan real quick, was my audio going out over air?
I'll have to text him.
Somebody said it might have been, so that's why we're,
Interesting.
yeah. Well, we may very well be, because I think he may have both of them set up. Okay. And the answer is?
I'll get back to you.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's reset. Any one location, it's not going to last long. Eminence, the storm is basically on top of you now and will be exiting out of Henry County shortly. In fact, it has actually passed Eminence at this point. The squall line is approaching 127 in Franklin County. Bald Knob, you are seeing that up there on 421. Peaks Mill, you've got the worst of this coming in for you in the next 5 minutes. Frankfort, you've got torrential rain ongoing, likely some very strong winds. We're going to watch that area here in Woodford County as it's crossing the Kentucky River, so that's not far from Millville. Clifton, there you see Millville right now at this point, 1 a.m. Any word from Logan?
No.
Okay. So again, that's that part of the storm we continue to watch. So again, Woodford County, still west of Highway 60.
He said no.
Okay, so apparently it wasn't going out over air, so good. Wonder if you're coming through on, no, you probably weren't coming through on mine either. Don't know. That'll be a question for the engineers tomorrow.
Yeah.
Storms are moving at around, I think the line is moving closer to 45 miles an hour. I think the individual cells are moving faster than that. Moorhead, you have a severe thunderstorm watch. There are no tornadoes right now. So there again, you see the current warnings that are in place. And let me get back over to the chat so I see what's going on. Nothing new. We like nothing new.
Yeah.
Nothing new is a very good thing. 2 south of Eminence. They have the Mesonet. They had basically a 60 mile per hour gust, northern Shelby County. So that's some of those thunderstorm winds. There's no doubt there is going to be very strong winds with this as it's now crossing out of Anderson County into Woodford County, where you're seeing that sharp demarcation basically between the B and the U there in Lawrenceburg, is where you're going to have some exceedingly strong winds at this point. There's a notch worthy of looking at near Nevin. Again, it's these quick little spin-ups that the quick spin-ups that we're talking about here, these things generally last less than a minute. Maybe 2 or 3, and some of these maybe a little longer, but they can literally be in, out like that. The straight line winds continue, but the spin-ups tend to be very, very quick in these scenarios. 3 a.m. for the tornado watch for central Kentucky, including Lincoln County, including Danville, including Richmond, including Salvisa, including Nicholasville. Mount Vernon, it's a severe thunderstorm watch until 7. Woodford, you are getting the heavy rain now west of Versailles. You see that there. So it's going through Clifton. It's going through Tyrone. So it's coming there along Highway 62. Jessamine, right now, all you have is a tornado watch, but I suspect a warning will be coming out shortly. And at this point, I would suspect it'd be a severe thunderstorm tour possible. Woodford and Versailles, you are under the warning now. Pendleton County, yeah, you got a severe thunderstorm watch in place, and that line, the upper part of that line is headed toward Pendleton County. It's just now getting ready to get in through Owen County. It's been strong winds all day on the Mesonet. I'm actually surprised that there haven't been stronger winds, but we've been topping out in the 40 mile per hour range. Lawrenceburg, yeah, it is quieting down now. The storm has passed. The worst of it has passed. You've got a lot of heavy rain still, but the worst of the storm has passed Lawrenceburg. It is now, it's about at Simmons Elementary there in Versailles. So it's there on the west side of Versailles coming in. Not too far from the soccer complex. It is passing by the railroad museum there. That's what's coming in now. I would suspect, Amanda, it would be a severe thunderstorm. I don't at this point see any reason why it would be anything different, but again, I don't control that. That is a function of the Weather Service. Showing straight line there, and there. Minimal shear, there's at least some, so we got to keep the vigilance on that. But again, Hello, Hannah.
Hi.
You want to say hi to the internet, Hannah?
Not really.
Okay.
It's too early for that. Maybe later.
All right. Lancaster, you would be in the next set of warnings. So the warnings, I am actually a little surprised.
606.
Taylor County has people in the public tornado shelters.
2096.
So they're asking 42 mile per hour wind in Anderson County, according to Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. So again, there are shelters that are open and available, which if you live in a mobile home manufactured house, it's not a bad idea. They are not designed to take the winds of even a small tornado. And so what I always recommend when I'm talking to groups or even talking to kids is if, get to know your neighbors. If you live in a mobile home manufactured house, get to know your neighbors who have a permanent structure that you can just go, knock on the door and say, hey, do you mind if we wait the storm out with y'all? And that's a kind of a safety tip as we get into the severe weather season. USEP, not yet. In Lexington, just you stay awake another 15-20 minutes. We'll see how this evolves. Stamping ground, you've got this coming in on you in the next few minutes. At this point, it looks like it's severe. So stamping ground, you are included in that warning until 1 a.m. So the storm right now is just getting close to the Franklin-Scott County line. It is approaching Midway. It's going through those beautiful horse farms there north of Versailles. It's coming in on Versailles, yeah?
New warning. New warning.
New warning.
Severe. I got a text.
Okay. So it's going to stay as a tornado warning, and they were looking at it in Louisville on their terminal Doppler radar, and when it went by the Franklin County Mesonet, which is extreme southern Franklin County, it produced a wind of 47 miles an hour. So that's what's reaching it down for the surface. Tornado prediction for Boyle County, you have a tornado watch. So here's the new warning. And so Logan confirmed that my audio was not going out over the air.
Correct.
Okay. So we will continue here. Jessamine also has that new severe thunderstorm warning. So here are the new severe thunderstorm warning. Ready? It is going to be for Scott until 1:45, Harrison until 1:45, Nicholas 1:45, Bourbon 1:45, Western Clark 1:45, Fayette, including Lexington 1:45, and Jessamine 1:45. That's the new severe thunderstorm warning for that bow echo that is now midway to Versailles, to Forks of Elkhorn, on up toward Owenton. Southern part of this line has been a little more well-behaved there, Danville into Garrett County. You can take a breath there, Danville. Don't completely let your guard down. You see Crab Orchard there in Lincoln County. So again, with Lebanon, right now you have just the tornado watch. Somerset, you're under the severe thunderstorm watch. So the storm themselves are just getting to Columbia.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, Rachel, where are you?
Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist getting another severe weather update as we are
All right. Frankfort. Storms have basically gone through Frankfort. In fact, they have gone through Frankfort. They're now into the eastern part of Franklin County. At this point, again, having to tone the sound down here because Emily is live on the air, on TV. Cynthiana, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 1:45. Rockcastle and Conway, at this point you have a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 a.m. Beattyville, same. I just did the update on Frankfort. Willisburg, worst of the storms are past you. For Winchester, the storms are still quite a ways out, but you may be seeing that wind picking up. Yep, Frankfort, if you are in Anderson County, Franklin County, if Anderson County and Highway 127 in West and Franklin County, you're done with severe weather threat. The line of this severe thunderstorm is now, most of the lightning has actually left this system. Casey County, again, work under this theory. If I don't mention you, it's a good thing. That the storms are not immediately in your vicinity. Okay, Harrodsburg and Bohan. Yeah, the line is right on top of you. There's Bohan right there. So yeah, you've got strong winds certainly in place. Let me just double check to make sure nothing is... some very, very broad, weak rotation there around Battle, but basically it's straight line. But you see again, it's just linear. So we will continue to watch that, but keep in mind, you have a severe, we're saying we'll keep an eye on that. You have a severe thunderstorm warning in place now. The severe thunderstorm warning also comes with the verbiage tornado possible, and you're under a tornado watch. So as these storms are coming in, be ready to move to shelter on a moment's notice. You don't necessarily have to be sitting in shelter, but if you want the peace of mind, absolutely. But again, it's not anything where we're screaming at you to get there now. But be ready, be vigilant, and be prepared. Right now, we don't see a lot of rotation out of any of these. But again, with this type of QLCS, they can spin up very quickly. But right now, I'm seeing more of a straight line signature, at least for the moment. Georgetown, the storms are about 10 miles to your west, so they'll be arriving shortly. You see where we're coming along Highway 460. It's still just west of the bypass there, so by Western Elementary, about 2 miles. So give it another minute or two, and it'll be at about Western Elementary. Get Max Track back on here. It's actually a little bit further to west. This is actually giving you a little better view. Let me redo that. So, from Western Elementary, it's about 2.5 miles away. So that's what we see out of this at this point. Again, heavy, heavy rain. There's a lot of wind. The winds, there may be some that are pushing severe weather limits. Danville, right now, you have no warning. Danville, right now, the worst of this may be passing to your north. We will keep an eye on that. For you folks there in Adair County, there are now 3 of us in here. Patrick just arrived. Patrick's in an hour early. Well done, Patrick.
I didn't want to drive through it.
Good call. Facebook Patrick Facebook.
Hello. Good morning / evening.
She's on the air. We are multitasking back here. That's why I'm sounding like I'm on the Masters. Yeah, I'm at the 17th tee. Laurel County, you're still a couple hours away. Owen County, you should be just about done. It's past Owenton. It's still in the eastern part there of Owen County. All right, and Emily just finished up there.
Thank you.
All right. And the nice thing is if this stays severe, I may just let you guys go.
If it stays.
Yeah, as opposed to tornadic.
Oh, yeah.
Downtown Versailles, according to Woodford County Emergency Management, was 44 miles an hour. So that's sub-severe. All right. And so let's rerun the warnings. So let's actually, before we rerun the warnings, actually let's do this first. We will rerun the warnings here first. Harrison County until 1:45, Nicholas 1:45, Bourbon 1:45, Western Clark 1:45, Fayette 1:45, Scott 1:45, Woodford 1:45, Jessamine 1:45, and Mercer 1:45. Those are your current warnings. Well, you can also throw Owen until 1:15, and Western Grant until 1:15, and to the south, Adair until 12:15 Central, and Taylor until 1:15 Eastern. So, excuse me, that is your current setup. So with that, the most active part of the line is what is now currently moving. It's out of Franklin County. Franklin County, you guys, you're done. You can relax. Okay, so Franklin County, you're done. It's trampoline weather, yeah. It happened at Stately McManor twice. So you've got a nasty storm that's just about, strong winds are just about now, Western Elementary there in Georgetown. Just keeping an eye on that. Near Herndon. Still a few miles from the Toyota plant. It's going through stamping ground. Midway, you've had the worst of it go through. It's approaching the Fayette County line. It's approaching the castle.
Bill, they just issued a tornado warning for
Adair and Russell.
Yeah, okay.
All right, that is wall-to-wall time.
Oh yeah, Russell's in there.
Yeah. So with that, eeny meeny. Okay. We'll be going over to the key wall here. So I'm gonna. We can do this on Facebook, I think. But what we're gonna do is, I have to go to my book here. Streaming while doing on-air cut-in while live streaming. Okay. All right.
Do you need me to start it?
I don't think so. Let me do this first. So we're going to try and keep the stream going here and go over to live TV. Actually, before I do that,
You need to go run over to the directors?
yeah, just let them know we're going to be doing wall-to-wall.
Yeah.
All right. Switch that over to links 2.
Are you going to be there or at the
I'm going to go to the wall.
I'll keep you posted on.
All right. Okay. So we're getting ready to do this where I can stream, and this is like our first attempt at doing this. All right, go to whether I'll cut in, take control. And we went to black. That's not a good thing. Oh. Let's see if we can at least. All right, I'm not sure if audio's coming through. We went completely to black.
Well, I'm sure they can.
All righty.
Go
You
until you go.
Are you ready there, Hannah? All right, we may keep you'll hear stuff going here, but all right, we're getting you set here. We've been streaming on Facebook, and we're transitioning now to the television side because the tornado warning has come out for our area, for the area that we serve as LEX 18. So this is our live coverage area.
And so the tornado warning, and we should be able to do this. Do you want to find out here shortly? Maybe not. Oh, let's see. Are you? Got one more thing set up here. Make sure the hand tracker is up and live.
Yeah, it's on.
It's up live there.
Mm-hmm.
Are we up live here?
Yeah, we're live there. Should be.
All right, we're gonna stop. Are you live on this one?
No,
Okay. So hit play again.
I'm not connected.
Once you reconnect that.
Yeah.
All right. Tornado warning for Russell County.
Sorry for the technical problems here. All right. Should be an announcement. Why is this not working? He asks.
Because your Facebook.
I don't know. Sorry for the. Okay. Tornado warning for Russell County until
12:45.
12:45 Central Time. Yeah, this is doing everything we're supposed to be doing here. All right, if this is not working, then one of you is going to have to drive.
Use mine if you want over here.
Okay, well, I don't know if that was working either. You folks in Russell County, you guys need to be in shelter now. Let's see where we got going. We got the velocity display on there.
What are they looking at? Let's see, so we're on 1. Okay, that's working. All right, so you have the tornado warning, except I don't have my menu on here.
Here, I got it.
All right.
One second.
Tornado warning for Adair County until 12:45, the northern part of Russell County, also until 12:45. Just give me the regular radar display here. So we're looking effectively movable.
Yeah. Step off for a second, Bill.
All right.
Okay.
And it might as well take the hand tracker off at that point then also. So I'm guessing they're going to look at that storm right there by Flatwood, coming in on Columbia at this point, where we're looking at the potential for the storm to be tornadic.
Yeah.
So with that, it is a storm that is part of the southern flank here. This is kind of the northern extension
of the system that is down in Middle Tennessee that we have been watching here most of the evening. So we're going to try it one more time here. We may have to drop Facebook real quick.
I disconnected the hand tracker. Want me to restart it?
Yes. Oop, let me disconnect that. Try it again.
Yep.
Nope, network error.
It's on now.
There we go. All right, we'll try it one more time.
Otherwise, one of you is going to have to drive.
Okay.
And we'll work off of, it's hand tracker is not working here. Just for, try just changing the source on the touch screen. Maybe that's conflicting. Nope. All right. So one of you is going to have to drive this for me,
Okay.
unless we go to voiceover. So go ahead and hit the radar, Louisville, and give me, I'm going to see the velocities on there again.
Hang on. Cancel this now.
Meanwhile, you know what, simpler solution.
Simpler solution, I'm just going to go ahead and do it voiceover.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we're live on here. Kill that. Alrighty. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Your tornado warning, again, for Russell County until 12:45, Adair County until 12:45. Those are central times. The storm itself, you're looking down there toward Columbia. Let's show you at least maybe a better look. Again, what we're trying to figure out here is what are they looking at? And it's that area just south of Columbia, what we were talking about earlier. So that's coming in on Columbia now. That, again, the potential for a tornadic storm. Shear rate, again, not huge. And I'm not showing any skits off of this, but it is a storm where they have gone ahead and pulled the trigger on a tornado warning. I haven't seen it. Have they given a reason why?
I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything.
They haven't posted anything.
Yeah. Okay, so again, that's your tornado warning that we are talking about here. And again, for folks who are on the Facebook with this, I can't answer your questions at this point. This is part of a larger area. We still have the severe storms that are coming in now on Lexington. So again, this is severe thunderstorm warnings for Scott County and Harrison, Bourbon, but the storms are now in western Fayette County. Anything real quick? I'm just making sure we don't miss anything with these storms coming through here. It don't appear to be anything, no. So again, these are just going to be straight line wind potentials out of this for the storms that are coming into Lexington now. Jessamine County also until 1:45, Woodford County 1:45, extreme northern Garrett County up not far from Bryant still, 1:45 Mercer. So that's going to be around Dick's Dam where that severe thunderstorm warning is there in Garrett County. Take you back to the tornado warning. So again, you're looking Adair County, 12:45, northern part of Russell County. Does not include Jamestown. I don't even think, technically Russell Springs is not included either, although it's darn close. But you see the communities that are being impacted by this. The storm itself. There we go. So again, near Columbia, near Flatwood. Where we're looking at least some degree of rotation going on with this. So taking it from that spot, if speed on that storm is at
50 miles per
50,
hour.
yep. We found it at the same time. All right, so if we're assuming a 50 mile per hour speed, here we go. Garland, 12:16. Christine, 12:20. Purdy, 12:21. Dunbar Hill, 12:26. Neatsville, 12:27. Barnett Springs, 12:30. Dunville, as you're getting into Casey County, at 1:30. So again, Casey County not in the warning yet, but for the potentially tornadic storm, which we have located at this point between Bliss and Garland, that is where we are looking at this storm at the moment. New severe thunderstorm warning also for all of Russell County then until 1 a.m. Again, the potentially tornadic storm is north of that in Adair County, again very close to Columbia. So headed toward Christine, toward Eunice, Sano, sorry, and eventually toward Decatur in northern Russell County. So that again is your tornado warning. There is your severe thunderstorm warning. And when we talk about severe weather situations, we talk about CDUC, how you find your safe spot. You close the interior doors. You want to be downstairs, lowest level you can. House has a basement, you go to the basement. Otherwise, you want to be on the ground floor. You get under something big, heavy, and sturdy. You want to be in the center part of your house. Use those walls of your house as layers of protection. And then keep away from windows and doors. And if you can, keep a bike helmet nearby. These are the ways you can stay safe and find your safe spot. Hopefully you've done that before tonight. Best advice is do that when the weather is calm so that you know what to do when severe weather threatens. Strong winds will be coming through Lexington here. We'll check the mesonet, see how the peak winds are coming through here.
48 knots gusted, Lexington.
28?
48.
48 knots? Mm-hmm. So that puts it into the 52, 53 mile per hour range. That's at KLEX?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 48 gusts, yeah. Alrighty, back to the tornado warning. So again, severe thunderstorm is coming through Lexington now. It's just getting inside New Circle. It's up around Masterson, coming into the north side here. South side, it's past the airport where we had that 50-something mile per hour gust. It's approaching Harrodsburg Road. It will be moving to Fayette Mall in the next couple of minutes. It advances down toward Keene in northern Jessamine County and then down to High Bridge. That's the severe thunderstorm warning also through Scott County. It's past the Toyota plant. It really accelerated past the Toyota plant. Now getting to southern Harrison, just about to enter western parts of Bourbon County. That's the severe thunderstorm straight line winds primary threat. To the south, tornado warning. Adair County, 1245. And also for the northern part of Russell County, 1245. Both of those are in central time. So that is, again, one way we can look at that with a live look. We can get a little more data. The shear has not gone terribly high, but you're still seeing, again, the greens and reds next to each other, so that is telling you that there is at least degree of rotation now to the northeast of Columbia. So it's past Columbia, headed toward Absher, Ella, Eunice, Christine. You guys need to be in shelter now. That is what we are telling you to do. You guys need to be in shelter now from these storms. So again, we're showing you that the storms are past Columbia, coming toward Christine. So again, that's, if the storm is tornadic, that's where it's going to be, and what we're looking at is right in there. So that's the cell that we are looking at out of this. You folks in, well, if you're anywhere west of Columbia, you're out of the warning. From Columbia east, that's where we're looking at. Again, the storm looks like it has now moved past Columbia, but still close. Stay in the shelter another 5 minutes in Columbia. Christine to Eunice, the storm is tracking right toward you. Alright, just checking to see if there's anything new. The severe thunderstorm warning continues for Fayette County with the storm getting ready to come through. See if we see anything on our downtown camera here. Just rain.
Yeah, No lightning.
No lightning. So let's radar live. But we may have lost. There it is. There's Max. Alrighty. Let's say we sometimes lose the satellite signal, but we don't have to worry about the satellite signal because we're on the air. Storm is right now getting to the north side of Lexington. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette until 1:45. Also for Jessamine until 1:45. So the storm is now passing Harrodsburg Road. The strong straight line winds are passing Harrodsburg Road. They're coming up now on Nicholasville Road. On the north side, basically Russell Cave is pretty close to where it's getting to be at this point. Then headed out, the Paris Pike will be next in line on that. Other heavy showers are developing southern Fayette County. And you folks in Richmond right now, the storms are passing to your north. Same in Lancaster. They're passing to your north. Right now you're getting split. We'll see if that southern flank decides to move up a little bit more. Lightning is ticked up a tad. You guys seeing anything?
No.
All right. So again, just to the northwest there of Russell Springs, you've got a fairly broad rotation there between Christine and Joppa. Although straight velocity is showing between Christine and Absher. So that is where we are looking at for this particular storm. The Christine and Absher seems to be the highlight area. So that's headed toward Eunice. Dunbar Hill will be close. We'll see if this gets extended into Casey County. Right now it is not, but you folks in Dunville, be prepared to move with very little notice.
They're about to issue a tornado warning for the Clinton Cumberland.
Okay, Clinton Cumberland is south of us.
For Clinton, Cumberland, and Monroe.
Yep. So that's going to be down in this area. So that's going to go toward down there. But that again, Albany, Burkesville, we appreciate you watching, but not considered part of the LEX18 viewing area. There's the new tornado warning that just came out. A little wedge there, southern Clinton and southern county, Cumberland County. So south of Lake Cumberland. So we'll keep an eye on that to see if that's going to be impacting Wayne County here. My guess is that they probably will, although it's not showing up with much shear or anything, at least off the Louisville radar. That's kind of getting, unfortunately, to the radar no man's land down there, south of Lake Cumberland. So you've got the tornado warning for Adair, 12:45, northwestern Russell till 12:45. Again, this will be knocking on the Casey County door here shortly. Whether or not it gets extended, that do not have the answer to. Heavy storm, we're getting attenuation now just because it's pouring on our radar dish.
They removed the tour possible for the Lexington storm.
Okay. All right. So again, that's, for lack of a better way to put it, a standard severe thunderstorm warning for Harrison, Nicholas, Bourbon, Fayette, and Jessamine until 1:45, also western Clark. We're going to kind of leave that storm now and concentrate on our southern storms. So what you're looking at here is what's going through Adair County. There's your tornado warning for Adair until 12:45 and northwestern Russell until 12:45 Central Time on those particular warnings. When we're advising you how to stay safe, you know, it's, if you want to look at a schematic of a house, this is one way you can, that's going to take the whole thing away. Let me do that again. One time. Well, when you're looking at the schematic of the house, you want to be downstairs, lowest level you can. Basement if you got it, ground floor if you don't. If you can get under that staircase that you saw there, that's a heavy structure, a strong structure that you can be safe in. The other thing is you want to be in the center part of your house. So in this particular drawing, that interior bathroom would be the safest place to go. Where else you could also be theoretically safe, that small closet right in there would be one place that would be potentially safe as well. So it gives you an idea. You want to be in that middle part of your house. That's where you can keep yourself safe in the event of severe weather. And again, we're watching the tornado warning that's coming through Russell County, Russell and Adair County. So there's at least still a degree of shear and rotation showing up with this. The back edge in the area that we're looking is right in here. So it's the same batch that we've been talking about here for the last little bit. So again, it's not far from Christine. Coming up on Ella and Eunice would be the ones in the path of this, and no indication yet if they're going to extend that into Casey County or not. Check with Jackson to see if they're thinking about anything with Wayne.
They haven't said anything.
Okay. So we're continuing to update the data here for you. There's not a lot showing up on the shear, so hopefully this will just spin itself out before it gets into Casey County. You folks in Dunville, you got to be ready just in case. Creston, same idea, be ready. Barnett Springs, you're in the warning. Cantown, Ivona, the storm is coming your way. Now whether or not it's warned for that, we do not have the answer to yet. New severe thunderstorm warning. Pulaski and Wayne. Yep. Thanks. Pulaski, Wayne, McCreary. So the extension of the tornado warning is not happening at this point. They're not even listing TOR possible.
Oh.
Good. Wayne County, severe thunderstorm warning till 2:15. Southern Pulaski County, it does include Somerset and Burnside till 2:15, and Western McCreary County until 2:15. That is your new severe thunderstorm warning. That is an extension of the tornado warning that is to your west in Cumberland and Clinton counties. We also are continuing, let's see, it's got a few more minutes still to go on the tornado warning here in Adair, 12:45, and Russell, northwestern Russell, until 12:45. You folks need to be in shelters now. If you are in Christine, if you're in Eunice, Columbia, you guys are done. The system has passed you. Dunbar Hill, you guys need to be in shelter waiting for this storm to pass. In Russell County, Sano and Decatur, the storm is not impacting Jamestown. The tornadic storm is not impacting Jamestown, although it is a severe thunderstorm warning for Russell County, and that's until 1 o'clock Central Time. But again, the tornado warning for northern Russell is until 12:45 Central there, and same that goes into Adair County on Central Time. So again, if you're joining us here on LAX 18, we are streaming live on Facebook as well and on YouTube. Severe thunderstorm warnings for Harrison, Nicholas County, Bourbon County, Fayette County. You got a heavy, severe thunderstorm coming through Fayette. We've had wind gusts in the 50-mile-per-hour range. Northwestern part of Clark and Jessamine County. Woodford County, Scott County, western Scott County, west of 75. Franklin County, you guys are done with the severe weather. Danville, you got some strong storms now coming into the western part of Boyle County there, out toward Perryville. Down around Alum Springs, you are seeing those storms as well. Those are not severe at this point. We are looking at that severe storm and potentially tornadic one in Adair County. That's going to be to the west, or excuse me, to the east now of Columbia. And that's coming in now on Barnett Springs. You see Christine just about over you at this point. Looks like any circulation will be somewhere around Eunice. Our shear rate indicators are picking up a little bit more into Casey County, but again, no warnings have been issued that far to the east yet. So for you folks in Adair County, you guys need to be sheltered in place now. Any rotation we're seeing at this point is broad, but again, we want to highlight the fact that, and just by sheer distance, this is kind of the radar no man's land. You are a decent distance away from the Louisville radar, you're a decent distance away from our Max Track and from Nashville. So we're doing the best we can with the data we're getting here, but again, radar indications aren't all that strong at this point, but do not take that warning any less likely. Or less lightly, rather, for you folks there in Adair and Russell. We're waiting to see if it's going to get extended into Casey. The storm will have a severe thunderstorm warning then in Wayne, Pulaski, and McCreary counties until 2:15. Okay, I'm just looking right now. So you've got the broad rotation showing up right in here. Okay, so your new severe thunderstorm warning is now just come out for the storms we were just highlighting just a second ago. So this is going to be new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to be for folks in Boyle, Casey, Garrett, and Lincoln counties. New severe thunderstorm warning, and it does come with the tornado possible language on it. So again, what we were just highlighting here for you is new severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going to be in advance of the storm that's now coming through Adair. So that's severe thunderstorm warning for Casey, for Lincoln, for Garrett, and southern Boyle. You've got a couple of candidates here where you can see the quick spin up. And again, we're watching what's coming out of Adair County. So within this, you've got a candidate there not far from Liberty. What we were looking at here, see how that you got that appendage right in there. And when you look at the velocity display, how you've got the reds and greens with some acceleration going on just southwest of Liberty. You folks in Liberty, be prepared to move to your shelter very, very quickly. It's a severe thunderstorm right now. If you feel more comfortable doing so, you certainly would not be faulted for running or getting into your shelters now there in Liberty. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, but a tornado possibility. And again, we're seeing at least a little bit of shear. Pricetown, Liberty, Beach Bottom with that. To the north, right on the edge of that warning. I was looking right there at that stuff around Forkland and Butchertown, headed toward Alum Springs. For you folks there, you guys need to be ready to go. That's a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, tornado possibility is listed. So again, Boyle County, 2:15. You're still a little ways away in Garrett County, but you have a severe thunderstorm warning until 2:15 as well. That's coming back to the Max Track Live. And you are looking at that storm near Liberty. The one in Adair County, again, we're not seeing the best radar signatures on it, but it's clearly past Columbia, it's past Christine. Eunice, Sano, you guys need to be in shelters right now. Barnett Springs the same. Dunville, right now you have got a severe thunderstorm warning for Casey until 2:15. So at this point, the storm is going to be severe thunderstorm warned as it gets into Casey County, but again, it's got the tag on it, tornado possible. And keep in mind, there's also a tornado watch for Casey County, for Lincoln County, for Boyle, for Garrett, until 3 a.m. So again, that's the storm that we are currently looking at. So that's just continuing the Clinton and Cumberland.
It's just paper's out.
Ah.
Again, hold on.
All right, so again, we're just looking to see for the Adair County, that warning will be expiring here shortly. It'll be out of Adair County in just a few minutes. But we'll keep an eye on that as storms heads into Casey County.
Warning for southeastern Monroe County is canceled.
Okay, that's out of our area. So you see the squall line here, and you see the warnings that are associated with it. So the squall line runs from Cynthiana to Paris to Lexington to Nicholasville, west of Danville, west of Liberty, but coming in on Liberty, and then down toward basically getting into Russell Springs now in Jamestown. So there is your squall line, and then it does continue for this line that's down into Middle Tennessee. That's going to clip parts of Wayne County where we do have the warnings in place. You thought you were about to say something?
No.
Okay.
I was just locking.
All right. So with all that, there is your setup. You see how the warnings are, or how the storms are. We'll put the warnings back on here for you. And the lightning as well. So, if you're west of downtown Lexington, if you're west of Nicholasville Road, if you are basically west of Paris Pike, you are out of the severe thunderstorm warning. That extends down into Nicholasville as well. So if you are west of Nicholasville, Catnip, Keene, you all are out of the warning. We do continue with the severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Jessamine County. New severe thunderstorm warning is coming out for the northern parts of Pulaski, as well as for the western part of Rockcastle County, both until 2:15. So those are new severe thunderstorm warnings. Do not have the TOR possible signatures on them. So we hope that trend continues. We continue to watch the storm as it's pretty much, it's not quite out of Adair County. But there's still at least a broad circulation showing up there between Decatur and Dunville. It's broad right now, so that's why it may be allowed to just transition into that severe thunderstorm warning. But where I'm talking about the broad circulation, right in here, at least we're picking up some on radar. That is the best case you can see for that. But again, you're seeing a lot of data kind of disappearing off of this just because of the distance. I would say the best chance would be a little to the north of that, probably now getting into about Dunville, very close to it, but where you just have the severe thunderstorm warning. So again, that severe thunderstorm warning for Casey County. You folks in Dunville, in Barnett Springs, be ready to move to shelter quickly. Know where it is, think about it now, so that if you must, you can get there in a moment's notice. As you look up then toward Forkland, Junction City, coming in toward Danville, again, strong thunderstorm, and again, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning, Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, Casey, until 2:15, Rockcastle and northern Pulaski also till 2:15, southern Pulaski till 2:15, Wayne, as well as western McCreary, 2:15 on those severe thunderstorm warnings. The tornado warning, 12:45 Central, so that's got 8 minutes left on it, although I'm thinking most of this is now getting out of those counties, but for the very eastern tip there of Adair County, so that's actually now even getting to the east of Eunice. The northwestern tip there of Russell County, shelter for a couple more minutes. Again, as it transitions toward Dunville, looks like it's going to just be transitioning as a severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possibility, so you need to remain vigilant. And we, of course, will be here as well. The lightning has upticked a little bit in this storm. You're seeing how it's getting kind of a little bit of a Boeing look there. So you've got more winds coming into the system. That was loud. Moorhead, you've got a long time before the storms get to you. There's a 32-second delay between Facebook and TV. Alrighty, tornado warning for Russell and Adair expires at 12:45. The storm itself is weakened below severe limits, exited the warning area. So again, that warning is no longer on the books. It'll keep flashing there for a little bit. The storm now, though, is moving into Casey County, and again, there's a lot of wind coming into play here. So northern Casey County, watch this. You know, where you're getting This is blowing out here. This is coming out here. You've got kind of a dead zone in here. I would watch this area again for some possible uptick as it's approaching Liberty. You folks in Danville have a strong storm coming your way. Right now it's bordering on severe limits. When we're looking at the velocities, this is going to be several thousand feet up. Yeah, you're in the northern Casey County. See what I'm talking there, north of Liberty. Where you're seeing the green and the red here. So again, that's a broad circulation. I said north of Liberty is where we were looking at that as one of the that kind of that dead zone right there. So again, we'll be watching that. But right now, severe thunderstorm warning only. Be prepared to move to shelter if needed. The Fayette County storm has become pretty ragged. Heavy rain. You're probably getting some strong winds still with this, but again, we're seeing it not as intense as it was. You're still seeing a pretty good strong line right there that's just gone through Paris. So it's going to be, it's actually Millersburg as well. North Middletown, you guys see that storm coming in on you in the next little bit, but that's, again, severe thunderstorm warning is up for that storm in Bourbon County until 1:45. Heavy rain certainly ongoing in Lexington. Could be still some strong winds. 1:45. Western Clark until 1:45. Nicholas until 1:45. Cynthiana, you guys are past the storm. It's in eastern Harrison County, and that's until 1:45. All right. And yeah, the warning is officially canceled. So we've got a long line of warnings. Let's go ahead and pull the warnings off here for a second. So there are your squall lines. What's coming in now to Wayne County, I think, is going to be pretty formidable. That's all canceled. Yep. All right. So that's our current status, where we have, put the warnings back on here, eastern Fayette, but especially Bourbon and Nicholas counties. I think you guys have the greatest threat from that cell at this point. For the cells coming in now, moving out of northern Casey, also southern Casey County. So where you've got that little bit of a break right over Liberty at this point. It's moving in toward Houstonville at this point. For you folks in Danville, you guys have storms passing. You got heavy rain certainly ongoing. Strong winds probably just to your south. That may be what's coming into Lincoln County at this point. Again, right over Houstonville. Stanford, you got rain at this point. It's going to get heavier here in the next couple of minutes. Liberty, you're in a little bit of a lull between cells. You've had some strong winds come through Dunville. Gilpin, you're next up for those stronger winds. Again, with your severe thunderstorm warning. You look out toward Jamestown, it's now raining heavily there. Severe thunderstorm warning for Russell until 1 a.m. Central Time. For Wayne and Pulaski and McCreary, 2:15 on your severe thunderstorm warnings. Actually, since, well, we'll go ahead and tell Hannah to pull us off the TV.
Gotcha.
Oh, Hannah's listening. Never mind. So for folks on TV, since the tornado warning is going to expire here, and it's actually moved out of Russell and Dare counties, we're going to leave you at this point with the severe thunderstorm warnings that will be in place. If a tornado warning does come back, we will come back to you on air. But for our on-air folks on LAX 18, we'll go ahead and leave you now. Stay safe tonight. Remember, tornado watch continues. Did I see a tornado warning pop? We did.
Yeah.
What? Everything we were just saying, never mind. So, new tornado warning has been issued. And this is going to be for Wayne County. Let's see what they're looking. So this is pulling the radar out of Jackson. So, thanks. All right. Tornado warning, Wayne and West Central McCreary until 2:15. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Albany. Moving east at 60. Near Zula 145, Monticello 150, Oil Valley 155, Barrier 2. So this is a time for you folks to take cover. Again, shear, we're not showing it as especially high, but for the folks in Jackson, regular velocity. These winds are aloft. But again, there's some possibility that it could come down to the surface. We were watching that stuff coming out of Middle Tennessee. So it's going to be on the leading edge of that apex right there. Just getting ready to cross into Wayne County is where we would be looking at that. Anything new?
Other than the warning for northwestern and Clark's, northeastern Jessamine, Bourbon, western Nicholas, Fayette, and eastern Harrison counties will expire at 1:45.
Okay, so letting that one go.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing on there. So, okay, tornado warning continues for Wayne County until 2:15, and that western part of McCreary County until 2:15. So where we are looking at this cell, we'll put the Jackson radar up here. Just now getting ready to enter into Wayne County, coming in toward Alpha, Hidalgo, Powersburg, Jimtown. Yeah, there's not a terrific radar presentation on this, but that said, that means the warning is still issued, so you have to definitely pay heed. And for you folks in Wayne County, we want you to be safe. And so in order to do that, here's what we want you to do. And we call it CDUC. So in order to be safe, you close the interior doors. You want to close your closet doors, your bedroom doors, your bathroom doors, if you have time. You want to basically compartmentalize your house. Think of it like a submarine. The more you can compartmentalize it, the chance that the whole structure actually will stay intact, or at least not have catastrophic damage. You yourself want to then get downstairs, the lowest level you can. Your house has a basement, you go there. Otherwise, you get under something big, heavy, and sturdy. You want to be in the center part of your house. Use the walls of your house as layers of protection. Think of them as blockers in a football game. The more blockers you can put in front of you, the better. Finally, keep away from windows and doors, sources of flying glass. You also want to keep a bike helmet nearby. When we say get under something heavy and sturdy, a big heavy table is an option. You get under a staircase. That is a strong structure if you can. A closet in the middle of the house, a bathroom in the middle of the house, the stairway down to the basement if you can get under it. Again, those are good places to go in the event of a tornado approaching you. So again, those are your options. So as we look at the tornado warning for Wayne County and McCreary, you are looking at that storm coming in toward Monticello in the next, we'll put a track on it. We'll do it as a squall track, because alright. So we'll average it at 60. These times are approximate. So Hidalgo now, Jimtown 148, Slickford 148, Shearer Valley 149, Oilton 151, number 1 at 153, Sumter 153, Monticello would be a little bit longer than that. So nothing new out of Jackson since they've...
Nothing.
Alrighty, so that's where we are seeing this particular tornadic cell. And that's all straight line there. Then it's also high in the atmosphere. In fact, I can find out how high that is. So again, the radar beam is coming out of Jackson. And with it, you're already up on the hilltop. That is looking at winds that are 10,000 feet up. So again, you're looking at some high altitude winds, which is why it's hard to tell what's going on exactly at the surface. But that said, tornado warning for Wayne County and McCreary County. We do continue with severe thunderstorm warnings. That's canceling the tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warnings, you notice the whole northern part has been discontinued with warnings. So now we're focusing on the south. So that's going to be Garrett, severe thunderstorm, 215. Strong storm coming in now on the south side of Danville, 215. Clip in the northern part of Lincoln County, 215. Eastern Casey County, 215. Storms haven't gotten to Rockcastle yet, but they will be shortly. That's in effect until 215. Northern Pulaski, same, 215. For the tornado warned storm, Wayne County, 215 tornado warning. McCreary County, 215 tornado warning. So what we're looking at here is, again, on the apex of that bow, you've got winds that are impinging in on it, and so that's what's forcing that out of in front, and that's where you can get these brief spin-ups. Now, if these are spin-up tornadoes, lifespan usually is a couple of minutes at most for the spin-up tornadoes, but you still have to treat it seriously. Treat it as any other tornado warning, and that means be in shelter now. So again, if you're watching on LAX 18, we apologize for just the voiceover here. Having a few tech issues, and so it's more important to get the data out than for us to be seen on TV. So we'll address that tomorrow as we get the spring season underway here. But if you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, we are streaming there, and so you see what is going on. I saw somebody just mention Perryville. Storms have passed Perryville. You are around Junction City at this point. You see Alum Springs, Junction City. I'm just trying to get it to pop in here. It's going to be the last thing up there is finally. So the core of it's passed by Junction City. Really clipping the northern part there of Lincoln County. It's headed toward Garrett County, headed toward the Dix River there. Will eventually come over Harrington Lake. But that'll head into Lancaster. At least the core of that storm. Hubble, you're in the path of that. Back to the tornado warning. So again, we're seeing that down around Monticello, approaching Monticello now. I'm going to get any kind of look at it with the max track. I think we're getting some attenuation.
Still raining here pretty hard.
Yeah. So when we say attenuation, what's happening is we've got heavy rain here on the north side of Lexington, and water is covering our radome. And when it does that, it weakens the beam as it comes out. So there are times where we have to look to other radars to fill in the blanks. So, and truthfully, at this distance, you are from our radar, you're about 90 some miles. You're out of actually Doppler range. For Jackson and Louisville, you're kind of halfway in between. So again, that's our radar coming by. We'll see the sweep, and then we'll switch over to the Jackson radar because that's where the warning has come from. So Jackson, so there's the Jackson. So you see it's a little bit behind our radar, but again, it's that apex of the bow where you're most likely to get some strong damaging winds, and then it would be in that kind of pocket up there where we'd be looking for some spin potential out of this. Again, we're 10,000 feet up, so we're not going to be able to show much there, to be totally honest. But again, you got to respect the tornado warning. 215 for Wayne County, 215 for McCreary County. So again, these can spin up very quickly, and you guys need to be in shelter now. In mobile home, not a safe place to be in any tornadic situation. Even with spin-up tornadoes, they're not designed to take the winds of even those. So hopefully you've gotten into a permanent shelter. Bergen, you guys are, if we're not talking about you, you guys are okay. It's Bergen, you're done. Storms are past. And I'm sure it is raining hard in Winchester, and you have no warnings right now. There are no warnings north of the Kentucky River right now. Although the tornado watch is continuing, but I suspect that'll be pulled for a lot of the counties as that line pushes on through. But I'm sure you're getting torrential rain, strong winds. We had strong winds all day today, but they've been in the 40-mile-per-hour range. Lexington, there are no warnings. Tornado watch continues until 3, but there are no warnings for Lexington. Again, there are no warnings north of the Kentucky River. But we do want to concentrate on the tornado warning in Wayne County. You folks there need to be in shelter. Slat, Monticello, be in shelter now, and you need to be there now. Eadsville, Betsy, Delta would be the next ones in line. Denny, Barrier, be in shelters now. Again, we're not seeing a lot off of our radar products. Louisville will have a better look. That radar is so high. Yeah, same basic look off the Louisville radar. So we're giving you the best views we can. That's coming out of Jackson. So again, it's approaching Monticello. It's basically in Monticello now, because this is running a couple of minutes behind. There are no warnings in Winchester. Watch is still in effect. Correct, Lynette. London, you have a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 a.m. Lawrenceburg, you are done. Storms are past. Somerset, yes, you have a severe thunderstorm warning now. You are looking not only as that potentially tornadic storm around Monticello, you've got strong thunderstorm potential, in fact severe thunderstorm potential coming out of Russell County. So western parts of Pulaski County out there around Nancy. Be ready, this storm is certainly getting close to you. Alright. Tornado warning continues. So the storm is near Monticello basically now. Or Cooper near Monticello. Okay, so tornado potential remains with this. Denny and Kidder also.
It's a cancellation of those severe.
All right. Okay. So this, the southern flank of that. So Casey has been pulled. Let's focus on the potentially tornadic storm there in Wayne County. Put the lightning back on here. So again, you've seen that uptick in the lightning there around Monticello. You guys, again, Monticello, you are in shelter now. Betsy, Delta, Denny, Barrier, in shelter now. You can't take any chances with this at all. So again, you're looking at this part of the storm right in here is the greatest possibility of the storm being tornadic. So again, you folks, and you see it takes the hop there because it comes in about every 4 minutes. So the storm's over Monticello at this point. Barrier, let's see if we get any other smaller communities. Span, Gregory, Steubenville, Betsy, Delta, shelters now. So you see some of the roads at this point popping on, but the storm is over Monticello, actually probably just east of Monticello now, and headed northeast at about 60 miles an hour. So that means it's moving about a mile a minute. Thank you. This rain's in effect for Garrett, Boyle, Casey. Okay, we'll get to that.
And for southwestern Pulaski and McCreary.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. All right. So again, tornado warning, Wayne County until 2:15, and western McCreary until 2:15. A lot of that McCreary, I think a lot of that's going to end up staying in Wayne County, but still be vigilant, stay in shelters in northwestern McCreary. That's Nevillesville. I mean, you're into some rough terrain, out toward Rittner, Kids Crossing. So anywhere along that line at least is a possibility, as with this type of squall line coming through, where you're getting quick little spin-up potentials out of this. Your severe thunderstorm warning in the north still is for Garrett County until 2:15, Lincoln 2:15, Rockcastle. Storms are still to your west getting there, 2:15, approaching Science Hill, but they're over Eubank now with those severe storms, and also in the eastern part there of Casey until 2:15. Argyle, Walltown, seeing the strong storms. Burnetta, you've got strong storms and possibly severe there. Still, anything severe right now is not hit Somerset yet. So it's on the way though. Harrodsburg, you guys are done with the storms. It may be storming bad in Salvisa, but it's not severe. The storms have passed. You've got lightning, you've got heavy rain, but the severe threat has passed. Anything from Liberty north on 127, you guys are done with the severe weather. Are you calling it a night?
No, I was
Okay.
just gonna let Patrick work on his show.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for staying. The voice of Emily. Menifee, you've got a severe thunderstorm watch. You can go to bed, but keep an information source handy. Richmond, the storms are still to your west. We'll see if this one gets continued coming out of Garrett County. So that has a potential to affect Richmond and Berea. But again, anything west of 127 from Liberty up, you guys are done with the severe weather threat. So hopefully if you live near 127, we know who you're talking about here. Houstonville, give it another 10 minutes. Just let the worst of this get by you, but really the worst of it does look to be past you, but just give it another 10 minutes. There are no tornado warnings for Lexington, none. Tornado watch does, I imagine that'll be pulled here shortly, but there's been a little uptick in the lightning there, where we do have tornado warnings. Wayne County, 2:15, and McCreary County until 2:15. So again, the storms have passed Monticello. They're passing by Barrier at this point. Yeah, a brief little spin up could happen, but we're also looking high in the storm. But again, a lot of lightning has been occurring with this near Monticello, near Barrier. Just checking a couple other sources here. So again, if you're watching here on the TV side, tornado warnings for McCreary County until 2:15 and Wayne County until 2:15. Just seeing if there's anything that's crossed. I am not seeing anything. There's not been anything that's come across the Weather Service chat. And just the warnings. I know this is, again, tornado warning for Wayne County there. So you guys need to be in shelter. If you're west of Monticello, you're fine. And not seeing anything else coming across on any of the socials. Strongest wind gust, we've had a 57 mile per hour gust at Wayne County Mesonet site, so that's north of Monticello, not far from Lake Cumberland. We had a 60 mile per hour gust coming out of Nicholas County, so that's on the northern part of this. That's what would have just gone through. So again, for you folks there in out around Ewing there in Fleming County, you got a real strong storm approaching Flemingsburg. So again, you've had the strong winds go through Carlisle and Paris. There are no warnings in place though for the northern flank of that storm. Garrett County, the worst of this now is beginning to come in right about on Lancaster at this point. Kirksville, Lowell, be ready, the storm is coming towards you in the next little bit. Lancaster, you guys will have torrential rain, strong winds. Gilbert, we're going to keep an eye on that part of the storm. Coming in now on Crab Orchards, going through Stanford at this point. Again, you have severe thunderstorm warnings for Lincoln and Garrett until 2:15. You folks in Broadhead, you've had at least a shower come by, not the severe part of this storm. That's coming. Same idea with Crab Orchards, so coming right down 150 there. You get into Kings Mountain there as you're going down 27 in Lincoln County. So that's, folks, you guys are going to get the worst of this storm at that point toward Ottenheim. Eubank, again, you're in on this. Science Hill, we've got strong storms coming right at you at this point. You're seeing some of those darker shadings. So again, you've got strong winds coming in, certainly heavy rain. For Wayne County, again, our tornado warning until 2:15. Storm has passed by. It's past Monticello at this point.
They said they were going to inclined to keep the warning up and follow downstream until the break fills in.
Okay. So the break that they're talking about, let me pop the Jackson radar. So that means we're going to have tornado warnings coming out here for Pulaski here shortly. I'm not sure what break they're looking at. And you've got, I mean, the only thing I'd say is it's got to be this. So we've got some jet stream energy impinging there in Wayne County. That's why you've got that little bit of a bowing going on. So I guess they're going to wait for that to come back linear before they'll discontinue the warnings. I think that's why they invented severe thunderstorm TOR possible. But if the warning continues, the warning continues. For Wayne County, again, 215. So again, we suspect that this is going to get extended into southern Pulaski. And for you folks there in Pulaski and Laurel, we know, just how seriously you're going to take stuff like this, and for every reason you should. So, even though this is not the same kind of situation, it's not a big supercell thunderstorm, but it still has the potential to cause damage, even if it's straight line wind damage. That possibility is still there. It's not the caliber of what happened in May, but it's still something that you need to pay heed. Anything north of the Kentucky River at this point, there are no warnings. Until you get into Mason and Lewis counties. Heavy rain though, Lexington, Nicholasville, down to you folks there in Lancaster and Stanford, heavy rain. Potentially tornadic storm, Wayne County, McCreary County, till 2:15. So that is what we're looking at. Alrighty, so I was just reading some stuff there. So, tornado warning continues, McCreary and Wayne until 2:15. The same part of the storm that we've been looking at, and again, the radar presentation hasn't really gotten. I mean, there could be possibility. I mean, again, we're talking about little spin-ups too. Is that there's not one cell that you track in a long line. It's not like the storm that came through in May where you track that long line. It is spin-ups that happen, and they happen at different parts of the line. Well, severe thunderstorm warning, TOR possible.
There you go.
So we're going to be changing tact here a little bit. Anyway, to finish the thought on when we had that one supercell, we tracked that thing all the way from Paducah. With these type of setups, where you have the line going on, you'll see the line kind of taking little nubs like that. Thank you. And in these little nubs that happen, that's where you can get a little spin up. You can get a little spin up, a little spin up. And they don't last long, but that's why the wording is as it is. And actually, as they're getting ready to transition out of this, you folks in northern McCreary, there's at least a broad circulation right here over Rittner. So, again, until that tornado warning is canceled, you guys need to be in shelter in northern McCreary, in the northeastern part there eastern part there of Wayne County. So again, near Denny, in Nevillesville, Rittner, be in your shelters now. If you are in Monticello, the storm has passed. If you are in Burnside, it has not. In Somerset, it has not. Science Hill, it's getting to you now. Eubank, you're getting in on it now. And so again, the new severe thunderstorm warning is extended just to the east of that line. So they're continuing the tornado warning.
Yeah.
Over Delta, yeah. Okay, so that's what we were just showing you just now. So again, that's why we told you folks in eastern Wayne and that northwestern tip there of McCreary County, why we told you to be in shelters. So the storm is near Denny. actually near Rittner, near Denny or Rittner. But again, we move into the northwestern part there of McCreary County. Yeah, that's of no use. The shear rate's showing about the same. So again, as this is going to progress eastward, severe thunderstorm warnings are in place, but again, it has the tornado possible verbiage. So for the next couple of minutes, we'll hang with you here on the TV side. We will, of course, continue streaming here, where we've been for the last about an hour and a half, 2 hours ish. So you see how the line is not, you call it a line, but how it kind of wobbles back and forth here. So each one of those places where there's a little wobble is where you're getting some jet stream energy into this. And you can see those quick spin-ups occur. And one of those may still be occurring in the eastern tip there of Wayne County. Again, near Denny. Yeah, we're getting heavy, heavy rain. Oh, heck.
They continued the tornado warning. They expanded it.
Oh, okay. So there we go. We'll be here for a while. Again, for the TV folks, we're sorry for the voiceover, but we were having some tech problems. So there's the new tornado warning. And we're talking about how, you've got the S shape going like that. So, again, this is the same area. This is the same area that was hit with devastating effects back in May. You now have a tornado warning again, and want you to stay calm. I want you to basically get to your safe spot. If you're in Laurel County, where we have the tornado warning now, if you're in northern Whitley County, thank you. If you're in northern Whitley, you've got a little time, a little. If you're in areas of eastern Pulaski County, southeastern Pulaski County, this is southeast of Somerset, but you folks in Burnside, you are in this warning because you've got the storm approaching you now. Burnside, shelter now. Ferguson, shelter now. I thought the morning was clip in Ferguson. Burnside, Cedar Grove, Keno, Alpine, Hargis, shelter now. You get into northern McCreary with Beulah Heights, the storm will be on you in a couple of minutes. You've got a few more minutes. Funston over to Honeybee. You've got, well, if this is moving 60 miles an hour, you've got 20 minutes, 15 minutes in Bald Rock. Don't take all 15 minutes, but get to your safe spot now. Same in Grove. When you're looking out toward Lilly, again, hit so hard. The storm is about 30 miles away. You've got a half hour till the storm is there. Get your information source. Gather a couple of things together just in case. Gather the kids, the pets. Get to your safe spot. You've got time in Laurel County. You don't have all day, but you've got a little time. So don't panic. Get to where you need to be. And be in your safe spot. And again, it's not the same situation that we had in May. And
quick grade out. Sorry about that, Bill.
Okay. And we're back. So, again, in Laurel County, the storms are not to you yet. Burnside, you're in your safe spot now. Again, you're seeing the communities that'll be impacted first here. Keno down to Nevisville. Now, again, this is not a big, long supercell track tornado that we can track for dozens of miles. These are quick little spin-ups that happen. Regardless of that, there is still the potential for strong straight-line winds within this area as well. And if it's spinning at 80 miles an hour or straight line at 80 miles per hour, it's going to do the same damage. And you need to be safe from that. So again, as we tell you and tell you and tell you, this is how you stay safe. And if you're wondering where do you go in your house, close the interior doors, make sure that they are shut if you have the time. If you're in Laurel County, do that. Close your bathroom doors and your bedroom doors, your closet doors. Compartmentalize the house. Get to the basement. Be in your safe spot. If you know some folks in southern Pulaski and in Laurel counties, they may not have been paying attention here. Give them a quick call if you're out of those areas that you're in a safe spot. Give those folks a quick call. Let them know that they've got something coming. You want to be under something heavy and sturdy that can protect you from flying debris. You want to be in the center part of your house. The walls of your house are layers of protection, and you also want to keep away from windows and doors where there can be flying glass. That's how you can stay safe in the event of a tornado. So again, the storms are passing Burnside. They are approaching Whitley City in McCreary County. The storms are north of Williamsburg in Whitley County. And they're south of Somerset in Pulaski County. London, the warning comes right up to you. Corbin, it comes right to you. Corbin, you're kind of in the center point of all this. So again, this is just the continuation of the tornado warning that came through Monticello, or came through Wayne County. The northern flank, again, we don't want to forget about you completely, but you have severe thunderstorm warnings that are expiring. Have they expired? Garrett, Lincoln. Tornado watch. Here's a canceled tornado watch.
Yeah, well, at 2:15.
Yeah, so those are expiring at 2:15. So we'll see if they get extended into Madison County or not. But again, we want to focus on the tornado warning. In Laurel, 245. Pulaski, 245. Whitley, 245. McCreary, 245. You folks need to be in shelters in Pulaski County now, in northern McCreary County now. The storms are passing by Burnside. They're approaching Alpine. Are we seeing anything yet? Broad circulation around by Beulah Heights. Yeah, it's not much, but it's there. And again, that's straight velocity is not. So when we're talking about these appendages and a little bit of broad rotation, so there's Beulah Heights, and there is your appendage coming into the main line. So again, there's some shear potential available there. Greenwood, Honeybee, Beulah Heights. So that's for the tornado warning in McCreary County as well as the southern part of Pulaski County. Not seeing much there in Pulaski, but again, something quick can happen. So for you folks in Laurel County, you guys need to be thinking about where do you need to go now? Where is the safe spot to get to? When you're looking at the so Flat Rock 218, Beulah Heights 221, basically now. Youngs Creek 233, Vox 234. Those are kind of the first 10 in there. You look out toward Bald Rock, Grove, Faber. The sirens are going off in Corbin because you have a tornado warning. So yeah, the warning extends to Corbin. It gets into the Y and Pine Grove area, and again, that was hit so hard. So I mean, the tornado path was something. Actually went back into Wayne County, something like that, or western Pulaski, like that. So the same areas that had the tornado in May have the tornado warning now. Richmond and Waco, you have no warnings. It may be raining hard, but you have no warnings. At least not as of yet. Nope. So right now, all the action is in southern Kentucky. So your thunderstorm warning, Rockcastle, Pulaski till 2:45, northern Laurel till 2:45, southern Whitley, southern McCreary till 2:45. Those are your severe thunderstorm warnings. Now we get to the serious stuff, more serious stuff. Burnside, okay, so tornado warning, Pulaski 2:45. Burnside, the storm is past you. Coming in now on Poplarville and Hale. You folks there, Greenwood, Funston, you're next in line, and I would be a little concerned. Again, we're talking about these appendages, these little breaks that show up. So around Funston, be aware that you could have something nearby. Strong winds regardless. If anything spins, it's a possibility. That's just what went north from Beulah Heights, so it's over Honeybee now. We're looking at that storm out toward, see if that Whitley City, again the shear rate's just not showing much. Beulah Heights and Greenwood here, so that again is where these are both showing up as very broad circulations. But again, we're also still at some altitude, probably at about 8,000 feet at this point. That's the radar display out of Jackson. That's the closest radar to these, so it gives you the best view. You guys see anything?
Not really, no.
Okay.
No reports,
No.
no.
Lincoln County. Okay. Here's in the clear. Anything 127 west in the clear. It may be raining hard. You may be having a lot of lightning, but no severe threat. Anything Lincoln County. Anything west of 27, you're in the clear. Crab Orchard, I'd hold on a little bit longer. Garrett County, same idea. If you're in Lancaster, I think you're okay, but you're out toward Lowell, you're going to be still thinking about this. You get down into the southern part of the county. Richmond, you've got a strong storm coming in now. It is not severe. Same thing with Garrett County. It's not a severe storm warning at this point. So at this point, you're at the point where at your comfort level, are you ready to go to bed? Right now, meteorologically, strong storm, not severe. Same going into Winchester. Heavy rain Lawrenceburg, back toward Harrodsburg, but let's concentrate back on the severe stuff. So in Pulaski County, it's past Burnside. It's past Highway 27. It's passing Highway 27 there in Whitley City. It's approaching Sawyer, and again, that same kind of appendage thing that we're looking at. So that's what we've been watching here. So that into that. So that would be an area to watch. That's going to be just to the northeast there of Funston in northern McCreary County, but that's going to be heading shortly into Laurel County. Laurel County and northern Whitley. Now is your time to go to shelter. You hopefully have gotten your stuff together, and the storms are approaching and approaching quickly. So now is your time. If you're in southern Laurel and northern Whitley, now is your time to go to shelter. Get there now. If you are in eastern Pulaski County, southeastern Pulaski County, Poplarville, that's an area where we could be watching here. Hail, maybe actually getting some, at least some small hail. But that's the areas to be watching. Bald Rock, you guys need to be in shelter now. Vox, shelter now. Same in High Top. I remember talking about High Top in May. Dorothy and Lily, shelter now. London, again, it's coming into the southern part of, London, you're at the edge of the warning. Sublimity City, you're in the warning. Same with Ferriston. But you look there. So that's the area that we're watching. When you're looking at traits, there's at least broad rotation there by Honeybee. See the reds and the greens right there. So that's, and again, along that entire line, these spin-ups can happen quickly. It's not one continuous movement. Think of it like waves moving across. You see them, crest and then trough, crest and trough. Same idea. Maybe a little one trying to spin up also there east of Bower. Again, this is all broad rotation. Nothing really particularly tight. But again, these are quick. They don't last long, but they can still cause damage and still be dangerous. Somerset, you guys are in the clear. Science Hill, you're in the clear. Woodstock, you're just about in the clear. Those are for severe thunderstorm warnings, but the line is past you. Again, north of Funston, coming in on Honeybee. That's the areas that we're looking at. Again, that's going to be heading in here to the northern part there of Whitley County. Is that Highway 92 by Honeybee? Local storm report. Oh, it's Indiana. Trying to sell mesonet site. Okay, we had that tornado warning. It continues the tornado warning. They had a 51 mile per hour measured gust in Somerset, Tuscany Drive. So I'm not sure where that is in Somerset. My guess would be down south. Yeah, they're talking about the couplets cycling through. So that's again, the storms, they pulse. It's not a continuous swath that happens. So, you know, the wind intersects the system. You get a quick chance at a spin up. Right now, that's going to be right about Bald Rock, where we're seeing the next potential here. Again, anything now west of US 27, you guys are in the clear. It's still approaching Bald Rock and High Top. Again, your timing on this, to say to Pine Grove, is less than, I would say at this point, you've got less than 10 minutes. Just because I think that radar data is running a little behind. I believe we still have heavy rain falling on us. Yeah, so we're still getting the bad attenuation. So back to Jackson, because that gives us the best look. And we're seeing that bulge in the line. So you see how it comes north-south through here, and then you have that arcing like that. So that again is where you've got wind impinging on the back, and that's where you can get the little spin-ups on the front of the line. And they don't last long, but they can still cause damage. In Bald Rock, you are at one of those intersection points right now. So High Top and Vox shelter now. Dorothy, Lily, Ferriston in the shelters now. Corbin, shelter now. We can still get a spin up to come in through there because we were watching one down toward Honeybee earlier. So that is where we are looking at these lines of storms. Still in northern McCreary until 2:45, northern Whitley 2:45, southern Laurel 2:45, and the very eastern part there, southeastern part of Pulaski until 2:45. Hail, the storms have passed by you. Poplarville, the worst of it is now passed by you. So again, Bald Rock would be one of the places of most concern, and you guys need to be in your shelters now. So again, we're looking at that Laurel County tornado warning until 2:45. High Top, you are in your shelter now. Keevee, same idea, shelter now. Back toward Lily, campgrounds, all of them. You guys need to be in place and waiting for these storms to pass. All right. Again, as we track those storms coming on through, yeah, that's just a ton of rain. That skit probably came, that's from Jackson. So again, part of that line, that's where you're getting one of the arcs cutting in there, one of those little spin-up potentials. These aren't big storms, less than 20,000 feet. But some of the communities, Billows and Bernstadt at 241, Hazel Patch 245, Pittsburgh and London 242. So again, you're seeing that potential show up there. Jackson. All right, so it looks like a tree down in Burnside. So we don't know the extent of that damage. But again, Burnside, you are out of the warnings. But again, there may have been some damage there in Burnside as these storms came through. We are watching. All right. So again, same idea. You've got a streak ongoing here. Along that bow is where the chances of a spin up are going to be, and that is now getting into the western part there of Laurel County. So High Top, Shelter, Bald Rock, Shelter, Keevee, Shelter, Lily, Ferriston, Sublimity City, in Shelter. London, I would go ahead and shelter. Corbin, go ahead and shelter. Grove, definitely. Faber. The storms are getting ready to exit out of McCreary, and they're just about out of Pulaski. So again, this is not for a long track type tornado. This is for a quick spin up potential with these. Regardless of that, the straight line wind damage potential is there as well. So again, all these things are possibilities. As we've said, 80 mile per hour wind does the same damage going in a circle or goes in a straight line. Barberville, you are not warned yet, although you have a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 a.m. But you will likely see a severe thunderstorm warning here in the next few minutes. We don't know if it'll be a tornado or a severe thunderstorm warning, so be prepared to go to shelter. Pikeville, you've got a few hours, a couple hours at least, before anything gets to you. Somerset, you're done. Georgetown, done. Flemingsburg, I don't see anything at this point. Excuse me. Stearns, which is getting down there in McCreary County, that was in and out, according to what I'm seeing here on some of the chats. Berea has no warnings. There's nothing in Berea, Madison County, aside from the tornado watch, which is still ongoing. Irvin, right now you have no warnings. Strong storm is not far away. Excuse me. Laurel County has a tornado warning. Southern Laurel County has a tornado warning. Northern Laurel County has a severe thunderstorm warning. Southern Laurel County, you are in shelter now. Yeah, Monticello, you're fine. So again, High Top, Bald Rock, Dorothy, Keevee, Lily, Ferriston, Sublimity City, Corbin, London, be in shelter. So again, your tornado warning for Pulaski is just about done, but Laurel County and northern Whitley, this is where we're now beginning to focus our greatest concerns. Manchester, you've got a little time. We'll see how they start warning things downstream. So the Southern Laurel, you guys are in shelter now. Northern Whitley in shelter now. Eastern Pulaski, not quite. I mean, we're talking near, if you're near the Laurel County line. Billows, if you're near, that's actually out of the warning, but I was a little worried because it looked like there was a little bit of a nub going in there. But Bald Rock, High Top, Vox, Grove, Dorothy, shelter now in Laurel County. It's the same idea we've been talking about. There's no real defined, aside from a real sharp squall line at this point, with the possibility of a quick spin up. Yeah, that looks like squall line data. There's not, what I was looking at up there by the eastern corner there, it actually shows some shear south of Billows, but it's not part of the tornado warning. You guys see anything on socials?
No, nothing. No reports.
All right. So the tornado, if you're looking at the intersection here where they drew the polygon and the county line between Laurel and Pulaski, it's now out of Pulaski. We are approaching High Top. We're over Bald Rock. We're approaching Vox. Keevee, you've got rain. It's going to get bad there, and with wind and heavy rain in just a minute or two. That continues down toward Grove. Danville, you have storms ongoing, but no severe. It's going to rain hard. You get some lightning and thunder, but nothing severe with that. Paris, you guys are now just rain and storms. Anything north of right now of what we're talking about, until we say otherwise, is just rain and storms. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in Lewis, up along the Ohio River. Lexington is, in terms of the severe threat, is in the clear. Pop the max on here real quick just to see what. See if we get a little bit less attenuation, but we're really not trying to shoot through that line. Again, the storms in Madison County are not classified as severe. So where we are bad, where we have got to be in shelter, is in Laurel County. This is taking on a real bow echo kind of look to it. Well, that said, new severe thunderstorm warnings coming out. We'll get to that in a second. We want to highlight again quickly, the new severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for Bath, Estill, Jackson, Lee, Menifee, Montgomery, and Powell. So,
No tour possible with that severe thunderstorm warning.
okay. So again, Laurel County, tornado warning 245. Northern Whitley, 245. And again, Pulaski County and McCreary County, the storms are out of your area. You guys are in the clear from that tornado threat. High Top, Vox, Dorothy, Lily, Ferriston, Keavy, Sublimity City, London, Corbin, Campgrounds, in shelter now. Grove, Youngs Creek, Faber, in shelter now. Walden, in shelter now. So here we sit with the tornado warning cutting through Laurel County. Again, these are the same folks that were hit in May. The core of this storm is now approaching High Top. It's approaching Grove. I'm looking for any of those little spin-up potentials out of this, and there's not much showing. That coincides with the radar. See, there's nothing there. Approaching Corbin now. So again, High Top and Keavy, the storm is on you. Lily, it is on you in a minute or two. You're in shelter now. If you're in Bald Rock, the storm is past. Funston, Honeybee, the storm is past. Grove, Walden, Clio, Faber, Corbin, Campgrounds, Lily, Dorothy, and Vox, shelters now. So this is coming in south of Highway 80. Cutting through right now it's going through the Daniel Boone Forest, but it's getting set to emerge out. But again, there may be a little, again, I mentioned Corbin just a second ago. There's a little something trying to organize there around Corbin as you get into the northern part there of Whitley. So again, there could be a little spin trying to get going now around Corbin. So you guys are in shelter with that. Yeah, that's about the only thing we can find where there's at least some sheer looking. But like I said, High Top, you are still in this. Keavy, you are still in this. In fact, it's hitting you now. Tornado warning for Whitley County and for Laurel County until 2:45. The tornado warnings for McCreary and for Pulaski have been canceled. Real quick, we'll show you the warnings to the north. It's for the line that's going through Madison County now that was unwarned in Madison County, but we now have warnings in Jackson County, Estill, Western Lee, Powell, Western Menifee, Montgomery, and Southern Bath until 3:15. So for that part of the line that is exiting now out of central Kentucky and now headed toward the mountains, the folks in Jackson have issued severe thunderstorm warnings for Montgomery, Bath, Menifee, Powell, Estill, part of Lee, and northern Jackson counties. So those are severe thunderstorm warnings. There was not tornado possible on the nomenclature, on the tagging. Well, we still have the tornado warning. Laurel County until 2:45, and the northeastern part there of Whitley until 2:45. High Top Kiwi, you guys should have been in your shelter 10 minutes ago. Lily, you guys need to be in your shelter now. Ferriston, Sublimity City, you're getting there now. Corbin, same idea, you're getting there now. Faber, you guys need to be in shelter as well. Go ahead and ask on the chat, are they going to be thinking of continuing this past I-75 into eastern Laurel and Knox? But again, Kiwi, the storms have now gotten to you. Hopefully it's just straight line wind. You see again the update here. So again, that's a stronger looking storm. And I suspect this is going to get extended eastward. Campgrounds, Dorothy. Again, you even see it here. See how you're getting these little turns in there. So again, that's what we're watching. And again, these would be quick little spin-ups, but still can cause damage. Still can be dangerous. It's approaching Corbin. It's approaching campgrounds. Dorothy there along I-75. Getting to Lily, getting east of 75. Kiwi, the storms are over you now. Fox, the worst of the storms have passed you. We got circulation sitting over Lily. So again, another quick little spin up, what we were just talking about here. So again, Lily, you guys needed to be in your shelters, but you've got the spin up, at least rotation showing up right over you now. Boring, it's next up on you as we're getting east of 75. You folks in there around Corbin, you've got some broad circulation on the southwest side of town, just along I-75 there. But we're concerned right now near Lily and near Dorothy. There could be some quick little spin-ups.
They just issued a large, severe thunderstorm warning. I would imagine it's probably going to be replacing the tornado warning.
Well, except they'll do that for the line, and then they may compartmentalize that. But we will see. New severe thunderstorm warning. So again, this is getting the broad brush from Jackson County, Owsley County, Clay County, Knox County, eastern Laurel, Bell until 3:30. So again, that's for the big squall line that you see going across southern Kentucky now. We are looking at severe thunderstorm warnings also along the north.
Is that they will be expiring the tour, but we'll have a quick trigger if it cycles again.
Yep. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do here, that's until, well, again, I'm worried about what's by Corbin right now. 2:45 for that warning, so that's just about set to expire. Northern Whitley and southern Laurel. It's moved on past Kiwi, moving in toward Boring. I'll lay $1 to donuts, they're going to extend that. It's over Lily. So that's what's moving in now into eastern part of Laurel County. So we'll see. There's at least a couplet there. Oh, the tornado warning has expired. All right, so what we're going to do here, either of you like to sit in?
Not if the tornado warning is expiring.
Okay. So when the tornado warning expires here, Hannah, I assume you're listening?
Yep.
Okay. When the tornado warning expires here, if nothing else comes out, I'll do the close for the TV side again, and we can go back to the regular programming that we have at 2:43 in the morning. And then we will be updating you as necessary. Patrick will be here on Sunrise in for Tom today. So he'll be in taking you through the aftermath of these storms within the light of day if we see anything. But again, for another minute, these tornado warnings are for Laurel and for northern Whitley. I'm still concerned for you get a little east of Lily there. But again, it's not even now that the circulation's weakened. Our shear products aren't showing a whole lot there. So with that, I think we'll wrap up for the moment. We're going to wrap up the Facebook and YouTube. Anything north right now, I know we've got the warning. It's the squall line has been broad brush warning all the way from I-64 to the Tennessee line. So if you are east of I-75 and south of I-64, you're going to have a severe thunderstorm warning. Just Yosemite is out of the severe weather danger. Abby, what confirmation do you have of that? We're just getting a report here on the chat that there was something perhaps in Wayne County, but I would like to see more kinds of confirmation. Laurel County is not in the clear yet, no. You at the very least have severe thunderstorm warning. There's the tornado warning has just been allowed discontinued. So there's your big picture. You have warnings that again run from the Tennessee line all the way up to I-64, east of I-75. So again, these have just been damaging wind potential, still a spin-up possibility. So it's Bath, Montgomery, Menifee, Powell, Estill, part of Lee, Jackson, 315, 330 then for Owsley, the rest of Jackson, Laurel, which I'm still really worried about that storm in Laurel County, Laurel till 330, Whitley, Knox, Clay, and Bell till 330. So those are all your severe thunderstorm warnings that are in place now. The strongest part of this is certainly the southern flank between London and Corbin. And so the spin-up potential remains. This area is also under a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 a.m. So all of eastern Kentucky, east of 75 there, is under a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 a.m. Lexington, it's raining hard. You've got lightning and thunder ongoing, not severe. The only threat for severe is on the eastern edge of all this, the counties we just highlighted. And so with that, yes, Lexington is in the clear. Yeah, I'm still kind of worried about the storm in Laurel, but right now, severe thunderstorm warning, and hopefully it stays just that. And with that, we're going to close down the Facebook Live here for a while. And on TV, we will get you back. Stay safe tonight, stay aware, keep it here on LAX 18, again with those severe thunderstorm warnings that continue in the east. So on the TV side, we will send you back now to regular programming and hope that we no longer have any more tornado warnings. If they do, if another tornado warning pops out, we will be back on here with you. So again, LAX 18, the TV side, head back to the TV side. And there they are.
All right, you're good.
Thank you, Hannah. We've got a solid squall line cutting through southern Kentucky. Cynthia and you guys are in the clear in terms of severe potential. I still think eastern Laurel County, you need to be on guard here. Severe thunderstorm continues. But we're going to close down the Facebook and the YouTube streams here, at least for a little bit. And with that, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I hope everybody has been safe. And stay safe through the balance of tonight. Listen for any further watches or warnings that come out. Actually, at this point, it would just be warnings that would come out. But you know your safety procedures and stay it. Harlan, you guys are still a couple hours out. You have a severe thunderstorm. Mount Sterling, you are The warning is technically for you. I think it's more the southern part of the county, but Mount Sterling, you still have a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, damaging wind gust potential remains. And that's the big calling card for everything left on here. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue. Well, we have, if you're keeping score at home, we have 100 miles of severe thunderstorm warnings that are moving through eastern Kentucky with a severe thunderstorm watch in place until the morning. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it a night here. You've got Emily still here. You've got Patrick still here. And hopefully that's it for the tornado warnings tonight. Thank you again for being on our YouTube streams and on our Facebook live streams. We do appreciate you. Again, be safe for the balance of tonight.